Okay, Sailor Moon fans, I'm going to talk a little bit about mental health and child abuse, and I'm going to use some swear words. So, parents, this is your last chance to send the kiddies out of the room. If you are a child, just turn the video off. I'm not your babysitter. Alright, so now that we've got the disclaimer out of the way, let's begin. Episode 16 is actually the first episode I ever saw of Sailor Moon. This, combined with the episode where Nephrite was acting as Tuxedo Mask, these two episodes were my first ever exposure to Sailor Moon, so now you know a little something about me. With that said, I'm not looking at this show through the eyes of an 8-year-old, which is what I was when I first saw it. I'm looking at this from the eyes of a 36-year-old. And yikes on trikes. So I kind of got some heat on Twitter not too long ago because I did the right thing. I called out the fact that Usagi eats a lot of abuse in the 90s anime, particularly from her mother and from Sailor Mars. And full disclosure, in Sailor Moon Crystal, I adore Sailor Mars. I think Sailor Mars is adorable, and I absolutely just love her to pieces. And in the manga, I really do feel for Rei. But the 90s anime really, really pushes things. And with Ikuko, I'm sorry, I'm going to call a spade here. She's a bully. Usagi struggles in school. Usagi has problems doing her chores. Whatever. She's a 14-year-old kid. I don't know if you guys remember being 14 years old or not, but 14-year-olds typically don't want to study. And they don't want to do their chores. And furthermore, when she's really having problems in school, Ikuko, if she had cared, she would have gotten her kid checked for a learning disability. She would have dipped into the family budget and hired a tutor. She would have done something to try and help her daughter make it through school. Instead, she spends the whole season ridiculing her daughter to pieces, allows Shingo, her little brother, to ridicule her. Kenji gets in on the ridicule in a couple of episodes, and no one cares enough about Usagi to get Usagi help. And she's not above abuse, as we're going to see pretty soon. I mean, even when it comes to Shingo, the obvious favorite until Chibiusa and Chibi Chibi pop up, they don't even care enough about Shingo to do anything in regards to parenting. When he's afraid of Luna, they kind of peace out and leave it to Usagi to figure out what to do. When Shingo gets into a problematic situation with his friend Mika, Usagi has to be the parent and step in and put her brother on the right path. Their mom and dad do not give a shit about these kids. And then as for Sailor Mars, well, we see some sisterly teasing out of her in the manga and a teeny weeny bit in Crystal. In those other two versions of the story, she's a good friend. Here, she's just a straight up bully. And a lot of people don't like the fact that I keep bringing this up, but I'm going to bring this up. So let's play a little bit from episode 16. I've got this on mute for all the copyright reasons, of course. That's why I'm filming in front of a TV. So the premise of the episode is that there's a big contest involving wedding dresses and who can make the best dress and whatnot. And Rei just invites herself to Usagi's house. Now, at this point in the anime, she's been nothing but a straight-up bully to Usagi. Usagi's been the one to try and have a friendship. Rei is just a bully. So here she invites herself into Usagi's home, and you can very much clearly see Usagi is not comfortable with this at all. And Ikuko doesn't actually care enough about her daughter to ask about the friends that she's keeping at this point. Like, this is the first time she's ever heard Rei's name, and in all these other episodes, there's only one other instance prior to this where she's mildly aware of Ami. But she does not care enough about her daughter to ask, who are you hanging out with? Why are you out to all hours of the day and night? I don't think she's ever once checked in her bedroom to see that she's not there. She's busy, fighting evil by moonlight and all that shit. So she's offering Usagi snacks to Rei, chastising Usagi. And look at this. Look at the mental torture that Usagi is going through. Rei is playing kiss up to Ikuko, specifically so she can get whatever she needs for this contest. And then here we go. Bam! Cookie sheet. Excuse me? When By the way, nice crescent moon there. At what point would a caring mother thwap her kid with a cookie sheet? Oh, excuse me, I'm wrong. That's a full-ass tray. Is this what a loving mother does? She hits her kid with a thick-ass tray and then laughs about it and encourages her frenemy to laugh along with her? Wow. This is straight up abuse. And she's kind of just sitting there expecting Usagi to take this. This is toxic behavior out of the both of them. Even Luna's a little bit surprised. And then, of course, Rei doesn't get what she wants because Ikuko can't sew her the shit. And what does she do? She blames Usagi for this. She invited herself into this girl's home and ate her damn food and has the nerve, has the absolute gall to treat her this way. And this is Luna's response. Oh, I wish you guys would spend more time fighting monsters. Really? Really? Oh my god, really? Yes, Ami, really. So, she gets gaslit by Luna on a consistent basis through most of this anime. She's gaslit and physically assaulted by her own mother, and then you've got Rei being a straight-up bully, too. I'm sorry, this is straight-up toxic behavior. I love this anime, don't get me wrong. I still collect all kinds of stuff from this anime, but this has to be addressed. A lot of kids grew up watching this show thinking that the flat-out abuse of Usagi was warranted just because she's not doing so well in school until late into Sailor Moon S. Maybe even Sailor Stars because they really dragged out keeping the girls in middle school. But, like, here's the thing that really kills me too, okay? Usagi's a bad student, but she tries. Even when she doesn't want to, she actually tries learning new stuff. And it's her friends, her teenage friends, who help her study and help her get into high school in the last season. Her mother and father didn't do any of this. Her family did not help her one little bit. It was all Usagi and her teenage friends getting themselves out of that situation and into high school. And at no point did her mother care enough to do anything to help her.